Well, welcome in everybody here to the Red, White, and Blue 150 here at South Boston Speedway. Appreciate everybody tuning in. That's tuning in. I'm going to be covering for Wesley until Wesley gets back in here. He's having some technical difficulties right now. So, 26 cars look like have showed up to race here for the South Boston. They're getting lined up for qualifying now. They're going to be doing single car qualifying, getting them lined up on the backstretch, and if you don't know how they do their qualifying, they do fastest to slowest in practice times. So, like I said, they're going to get lined up here for qualifying, and they'll be doing single car, and we'll be going from there. Like I said, we'll welcome in here to the Red, White, and Blue 150 here at South Boston Speedway in Virginia. Looks like about 26, 27, maybe 28 cars showed up here tonight. I'm covering for Wesley until Wesley gets back in here. He's having some technical difficulties if you're just tuning in. Looks like he just showed up here. Let's see if we got a copy on him. Wesley, you got a copy? Alrighty, well, I'm going to let Wesley take it over here, race fans. Let the professionals do it. Yes, sir. We're getting them lined up on the front stretch in order from slowest to fastest from practice. Oh yeah.
Now, Alex Stoltz is the fast qualifier. We'll work on our technical difficulties and we'll return back from virtual South Boston in just a moment. This is coverage of the Red, White, and Blue 150 on Rooster Broadcasting. We'll be back in just a second. Did you go on? All right. Yeah, you're having issues. in a time or two for commentary on downtime, and then when we have cautions, of course, big thanks to Ross Boo Boo Dalton and Cody Griffin sanctioning this event with the Southeast Late Model iRacing Series to make this happen. Next qualifier, and he'll turn our 15.542. Also, we just saw Chase Lewis take a lap. 15.136, good enough for the outside pole. There's the Hoyle machine, Justin Hoyle, 15.542, 15.191. As they just finished their qualifying lap. It looks like they got multiple cars now on the track. It may be qualifying unless I'm missing something here. Here comes Jeff Sparks. Hey! Jeff Sparks from Ackworth, Georgia. Former Carolina Street Stock Series champion. Carolina Asphalt Street Stocks and, of course, Mass Series. Mid-Atlantic Street Stock Series champion from Ackworth, Georgia. Solid Rock Carriers. Oh my goodness. Tyler Reddick crashed. He lost a tire. He crashes again and crashes. And we've had Ryan Blaney crash. I'm catching up on some of the updates of the craziness at Nashville while we continue on with qualifying here. I'll try to give you some updates along the way if you're kind of doing double duty like I am. I got the big screen TV on the iRacing broadcast for Rooster Broadcasting of the Red, White, Blue 150. And obviously, the big screen TV is showing the Ally 400 for NASCAR on NBC from Nashville. Alex Stoltz right now, the fast man. Chase Lewis, and now True Chance. First lap, the arcade setup machine. Number 25 will go to the number 3 spot, 15.145. 15.145, True Chance. Will he climb any quicker? Right now, 15.250 off the pace on his second lap. Right now, Alex Stoltz, fast qualifier, 15.116. Chase Lewis, 15.136. True Chance, 15.145. 15.156 for Cliff Mullins. Jeff Sparks, your top 5 of 15.191. Cody Griffin on the speedway. Right Choice Plumbing got the stars on the bottom of the pedal of the 03 at Ascent for North Carolina, and it looks like they are doing 2 cars on the racetrack at the same time in an effort to probably speed up qualifying. Jordan Blair is the other driver in the Romeo Guest Toyota Racing Development number 19. TRD 19 Toyota. That's the Camry of Blair. And then you also have, again, Cody Griffin. Cody Griffin up to third. 15.137, 15.137, and new quick time, Jordan Blair, P1, new quick time, 15.059, 15.059. Jordan Blair, he'll go to the top of the board. Blake Thornburg is up next. I believe I'm being told we're doing multiple cars in an effort to get qualifying quicker done to make the 9:15 green flag. Blake Thornburg on speedway. Jordan Blair, he is the new fast time. Let's see what Thornburg can do. Team 22 Racing entry qualifying. He'll crack the top 15. He's up to 13th now. And now he's on the pole. Blake Thornburg, quick time, 14.962. 14.962. In the Butterbean Brendan Queen throwback colors. This is Colin Hilton. Colin Hilton in the number 03. We'll see where he ends up in his qualifying run. Watch that scoring pylon, showing at least the top 10. Colin Hilton will now move up to 15.116, good enough for the top 5. A Sundrop throwback, number 22, one of the men that works for Junior Motorsports. Long time driving, helping out with Josh Berry before he made a ride now to Stewart Haas Racing, now to run into the Cup Series for next year. And he's a great racer himself. Out of Clayton, North Carolina, now at a race to the USA, Robert Arch. In the car number 22, Robert Arch. The man's been on top of the war wagon, crewing and spotting cars for a long time, and he's got a pretty good racing resume himself. Robert Arch at the number 22. Where will he end up? Right now, 13th in the qualifying run. 15-2-2-3. 15-2-2-3. That's the 13th time right now. Top 13. And now, Robert Arch quicker on lap number 2, sideways as he comes on the cool-down lap. He'll move up to the number 2 spot. 15-0-6-8. 15-0-6-8. Trent Smith is up next to qualify. The DRW Transport Entry Chevrolet Camaro. Great field of cars, close to 30. Ready to go. Blake Thornburg, Robert Arch, Jordan Blair, Alex Stoltz, Colin Hilton, your top 5 here at Sobo. And now Smith, Trent Smith, will put his green and black DRW Transport Chevrolet to the number 3 position. Now number 2. Just bumped Robert Arch. Tucker Haddock is up next. Tucker Haddock, timing and scoring has him on a 55, but he's in the number 8 machine. Of course, one of the regulars of the Wednesday Night Late Model Series, the T1S Racing TWR Chevrolet number 8. Thornburg, Smith, Arch, Blair, Stokes, Hilton, Lewis, Griffin, Chance Mullins, your top 10. That's the way it stands for the red, white, and blue 150 coming up here tonight at South Boston Speedway. And Tucker Haddock will now climb to P2. 15.045. 15.045 seconds now for the driver there of the 55, the driving car number 8. Here goes one of the men of the promoters to make this thing happen. And the 50 star coming out of Liberty, North Carolina, the defending All-Pro Limited Late Model Series champion, multiple track championships and wins all across the Southeast. The 50 star Hudson Auto Works entry. This roof signs number 50. This is Ross Boo Boo Dalton. Dalton can do here, qualifying the man, the promoter that got this race started. And look at that, outside pole for the race in the red, white, and blue 150 lap number 1. 15.005, the time to beat. 14.962 by Blake Thornburg for the pole. Ross Dalton, will he climb? One more shot at it. He will not. 15.071. 15.071. Last lap time scored there by the driver of Boo Boo Dalton. Here comes Clayton, North Carolina's Connor Langley, the quality M&T Wilburn Chevrolet. He's got about 4 wins this season at the South Boston Speedway. The number 5 runs all over the Carolinas. Used to run in the limited late models from his starting career. Now running in the NASCAR late model stocks and making a run for the championships at South Boston Speedway this year. Make no doubt about it, he'll be in the Harley-Davidson 200 on Saturday. Right now, Connor Langley cracks the top 10. He's in 9th. Here comes Ethan Johnson. Ethan Johnson, one of those drivers just outside of Fuquay Marina, North Carolina. One of the regulars at the quarter-mile Bullring Wake County Speedway in the EJR Rap Century Chevrolet. Number 51, it is Thornburg. Fast time, 14.962. Hunter Harriet is up next, as of course, we just saw the qualifying job wrap up on the lap for Ethan Johnson. He'll put it on the top 20. 15.303, 15.303, the best lap for the driver of Ethan Johnson. Hunter Harriet up now, the number 18, Shug's Steakhouse entry. Awesome restaurant here in the Darlington, Dillon, Myrtle Beach, Florence area. Shug's Steakhouse, and that is an awesome place to eat dinner at. Hunter Harriet, good looking car here at Virtual Sobo. He'll go to the number 2 spot. Just bumps Ross Dalton. 14.989. 14.989. And Hunter Harriet now. 14.989, the best lap of the 15.240. Here comes Jeremy Ashby right now driving the Mike Ashby car. This is Jeremy Ashby in the car number 01. RKM Speed Shop, Shug's Steakhouse entry as well. Thornburg, the fast qualifier, 14.96, the time to beat. Harriet just turned to 14.98. Dalton in the 15 flat, 15.04 for Johnson. Haddock in a 15.04. Smith, Arch, Blair, Stoltz, Hilton, your top 10. Thornburg, the man to bump. Ashby, Jeremy Ashby, will he climb? He will the third. Lap number 1, 14.999 for the number 01. The RKM Speed Shop entry, Shook Steakhouse, 01 to the line. Lap number 2, is he there? Waiting for scoring to update. No, he's quicker, but he'll stay locked on third. 14.994. 14.994. The Lucas Oil Products, number 1. This is the promoter of the Ace Speedway in Altamaha, North Carolina. This is Robert Turner. Ace Speedway, of course, check them out for their racing on Friday night. In the Burlington, Greensboro area, Robert Turner, no stranger to running in racing, iRacing as well. Robert Turner driving the Amanda Turner entry, but it is Robert Turner, and he will have to certainly pick it up in his feature run here. Robert Turner will qualify in, well, he's in the top 20, mid-pack, 15.149, 15.149. We're awaiting one more car to take time. The number 12, Mason Johnson. Got a Locklear, Ricky Locklear Jr. throwback car for him, the 25 Star, which actually is the limited late model design that usually Mason, there he goes. That Mason Johnson is mimicking. Of course, the Locklear Lawn Care entry 25 Star. Palmetto Auto Auctions entry, the driver out of Darlington, South Carolina. And of course, I'm talking about the real racer, Ricky Locklear Jr. That's the throwback car. But Mason Johnson is the driver. He'll be our final qualifier to take time of 28 entries. Ready to go for the red, white, and blue 150 here from virtual South Boston Speedway. Thanks for watching on Rooster Broadcasting. White flag. I'm sorry. He just took the green flag. This is the last car to qualify. Mason Johnson down into corner number 3. 2 laps, got one in, coming to the line, white flag. Where will he climb? Mason Johnson. Way up to the top 10, it looks like. Mason Johnson, 15.112. First lap in the top 10. Will he climb any further? To the line, checkered flag. Final qualifier. Put him up another 5 spots. 15.035. 15.035. But ladies and gentlemen, the TeamZSS.com or the Team2SS.com entry number 22. That is Blake Thornburg. He is your pole qualifier for this year's Red, White, and Blue 150. Qualifying is in the books. I think they're going to get another fast warm-up session, and then we're going 150 laps. We'll take a quick break for those watching on Rooster Broadcasting. We are back from virtual South Boston in just a moment. Welcome back to South Boston Speedway. You see the timer on the clock. Hopefully that'll go to the actually distance of the race. For some reason it's showing the countdown timer. But anyhow, it's 150 laps of this race. I'm going to let everyone know that there is 2 stages in this event. Drivers are going to be given the opportunity for 1 set of tire. There will be 3 fast repairs. 3 fast repairs. In case something happens on the racetrack, they're given not 1 fast repair, but 3 fast repairs to try to get themselves back into the race again. So that's actually a very unusual thing that I've ever seen before, is the opportunity for not only 1 fast repair, usually for like the Northwest Racing Series or other events I cover, but for 3 fast repairs, definitely some mulligans here. Ladies and gentlemen, starting lineup, your fast qualifier. Blake Thornburg on the pole, the 14.962. Hunter Harriet on the outside in row number 1, the 18. Jeremy Ashby and Ross Dalton make up row number 2. So the first 2 rows, again, row number 3, Mason Johnson and Ethan Johnson right alongside one another. Tucker Haddock and Trent Smith, row number 4. Row 5, Robert Arch and Jordan Blair. There's your first 5 rows. Moving on to row 6, it's Alex Stoltz and Colin Hilton. Row number 7, Carter Langley and Chase Lewis. Cody Griffin, Drew Chance. Row number 8, row 9, Jason Turner, Cliff Mullins. Then it's going to be Jeff Sparks, Justin Hoyle, Aaron Stoltz, Gary Ledbetter, Kyler Kepley, Jenny Sykes, your top 12 rows, starting 24th. Rest of the lineup includes Ethan Johnson, Sammy Scarpelli, Danny Brewer, Austin Bird, and a late arrival, Lawrence Brooks Jr. Pace truck is in. We celebrate our virtual independence at Sobo. Red, white, and blue 150 is underway, and you have a race. Green flag is out. Blake Thornburg, the driver, of course, leading the opening laps. This race will be 150 green flag laps. A limited attempts at a green white checker if necessary. 3 fast repairs. Thornburg, Harriet, Ashby, Dalton, Johnson are top 5 in the early going. Great pack of drivers. Keeping it in the straight and narrow in the early going. All these guys just gotta be impatient. Look at this hardened racing now. Battle on the inside. This is going into the top 10. Robert Orange, Alex Stokes, Colin Hilton, Carter Langley. Right there. Battling for that spot down to the inside. Looks like the 0-3, but a little blinking issue. Still holding it together. We got a caution. We got cars up in turn number 3, spun around. And yellow flag will fly here. We'll find out what happened. Yellow flag for the first time here tonight. 50 in the early going, and there goes Mason Johnson and that Locklear Lawn Care 25 star throwback to Ricky Locklear Jr. from Darlington. And there's your replay of what just happened there. This caution coming out for Johnson car. Should get everybody back in a position very quickly. It should be a quick yellow, and we'll get ready to go back to racing. Remember, caution laps do not count. Caution laps do not count in the red, white, and blue 150. These drivers will stay under green flag conditions for the race. This is a stage race, by the way. Stage 1 is 50 laps. Then there will be a break. They'll make changes. We'll come back for the final 100 laps in stage 2. No 3 stages, only 2 stages of this race. And again, as I had mentioned earlier, just so everybody is made aware, again, 150 laps, 1 new set of tires, 3 fast repairs if necessary. Stage 1 is 50 laps. Stage 2 is 100 laps to the finish of this race. In the early going, Blake Thornburg staying up in front. He leads the way. Ross Dalton quickly up there to the number 2 spot, getting around Harriet and Ashby. Jeremy Ashby in 4th. Ethan Johnson right now in the top 5. Lights are off on the pace truck. Ready for the green flag, Thornburg and Dalton. Field coming back to the restart zone. Still a long way to go in this event. They're working on lap 5 this time by green flag out. We're back to racing here in South Boston. We got problems. Down the bottom of the restart, we've got Jordan Blair in the fence. We've got the Bobby McCarty throwback color of the number 6 also involved. So caution for Jordan Blair. Oh my goodness, Jordan Blair got jacked up in the air, man. The number 6 car, what name is that on the bottom of the screen there? Help me out. It's not matching time and scoring, whoever that is. I know Jordan Blair is in the 19. Jeff Sparks is in that 6 car. The Ackworth, Georgia driver. And yeah, his time and scoring showed him in car 7. And there's the whoa, wow, oh boy. Cody Griffin got jacked up as well. He was able to keep on going, but here's your look at what happened on instant replay. So there's, well, we're under the yellow flag again. Jeff Sparks having problems along with Jordan Blair. Cody Griffin kind of got jacked up in the air, but he was able to keep on controlling, keep on going. It's the red, white, and blue 150. Thanks to Ross Dalton and Cody Griffin, the Southeast Late Model iRacing Series, for putting this event on. I'm Wesley Outland. Rooster broadcasting on the call, as well as Cody Deemers working on the production. Cody, I'll bring you in as well. Well, actually, we're getting ready to go back for the restart. But, man, I will say this as we come to green. Blake Thornburg, what a strong car here in the early running.
Oh, yeah, definitely a strong car. Looks like he's to be the man to beat here today at South Boston.
Pace truck is in. Trying to go 3 wide for the restart down into turn number 1. As Ross Dalton on the defensive, down to the inside. Ethan Johnson, driver left. Also, Tucker Haddock ready to reel him in, and so is Robert Arch. To the inside, Carter Lee also there. Working down into turn 1. A bump, a tangle, car spin. They're in the fence. Trouble, cars are involved. Yellow flag. 4, 5 cars. Haddock's involved. Jeff Sparks is caught up in it again. Wow. And a couple other drivers. And that is why we are under the yellow flag. Here is a look. Well, that's the most recent caution. Yeah, go back to live. Got to go find the accident. That's the recent last caution where Sparks and Blair wrecked. Now we're going to find the restart. Look at this now. Jeff Sparks and Tucker Haddock and others. Here we go. Harriet alongside with Arch. So is Langley. And look at the bump by Haddock into Harriet. Nowhere to go for Trent Smith, Jeff Sparks, and others. And that causes a multi-car skirmish under the yellow flag again here. In the early going, 3 caution flags in 7 laps right now. Jordan Blair again, putting us under the yellow flag. All right, so Sammy Scarpelli and Austin Byrd out of this event. We had 29 starters, now down to 27 cars left. And here's the deal. They had a chance to use 3 fast repairs. I mean, I guess it must be they just don't want to race anymore, so they're just calling it a night, I guess. So Sammy Scarpelli and Austin Byrd not running this event. Actually, a lot of drivers, if timing and scoring is correct, have bailed out of running the race. Kyler, I gave a full-field rundown because that's what timing and scoring was showing, but Kyler Kepley, Danny Brewer, Lawrence Brooks, Ethan Johnson, Gary Ledbetter, Aaron Stoltz, Jimmy Sykes as well, not taking the green. So let's try this again. Green flag back for the restart. Blake Thornburg working up the speed, 20+ cars here. South Boston. This race starting at sunset. It'll be under the lights. South Boston here tonight, down to the bottom. Hunter Harriet going after it. Alex Stoltz on the outside. Good racing going on here. They need to get that long green flag run, right? 10 laps in this time out. They come to the line. Still a lot of racing left to go here at South Boston. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hold on, Carter Langley. And another caution. So we got another stack up. Here's a look at the replay. Drew Chance on the inside. There's the 18, her Harriet. Somehow getting through there. Nice job there by Drew Chance. Little bump down to the inside, clear him. He also had to hold off the likes of Trent Smith coming after him, and that's what happened to put us under the yellow flag yet again. Tell you what, Cody, a lot of cautions in the early going to this race, man, for sure.
Definitely a lot of cautions. Looks like we're getting the in-race chat from the race fans. So they only took the top 20 qualifying.
All right. I didn't get the memo on that. Nobody told me that only the top 20 would lock into the show. Even when I asked what was the format. So, all right. So anyhow, 20 drivers will go at it. There's your fast 20. Still a long way to go here. It's all right. It's been a long weekend. I've been on the road all day driving back from Virginia. So been on the road for the last 3 days and literally found out about 2 hours before we went live. Well, I'll say 3 hours before we went live that we're actually going to be doing this broadcast. So, and big props to you, Rooster, Cody Demers, for stepping up to try to make this thing happen for sure. So, let's get ready to bring it back for green. We still have Thornburg leading the way. Blake Thornburg, Ross Dalton, Ethan Johnson, Carter Langley, Robert Arch, top 5. Settle back in here. Let you hear the sights and sounds, the roar of the late models, the red, white, and blue 150 back to green at Soho. Shots as we got contact. 35 going at it there. Chase Lewis into the Jason Turner car, and we got another caution. Oh boy, we got a big pile up out of turn number 4. Oh my goodness. Yeah, except it was below the flag stand whenever that big pile up happened. That's that exiting turn 4. Boy, you better be glad you got one of those 1 of 3 fast repairs to use. I definitely would take advantage of that right now, for sure. Man. Well, let's see what happened here. We're under yellow flag yet again. So here we go again, the red, white, and blue 150 again. The race is paying $50 to the winner. Qualifying Lock it in. Okay, so it didn't say locked in the top 20, but the top 20 made it in. One set of tires, 3 fast repairs. And we just saw what happened here again. Look at some of these top contenders on this instant replay involved. And again, 3 fast repairs as Jason Turner bonsaiing with Cody Griffin. You got Robert Art spinning. Everyone else on the binders. Big pile up over there in turn number 4. That's what caused the big one so far here in the early going of the red, white, and blue 150 here at Virtual Sobo. Man, oh man. Hey, don't forget round number 1 of the 10th annual Virginia Triple Crown at Virtual South Boston Speedway tonight of the red, white, and blue 150. But the real NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts late model race will be this Saturday night. This Saturday night, the Harley-Davidson 200, round 1 of the Virginia Triple Crown Series. South Boston, check it out on Flow Racing. Thornburg, Johnson on the front row. Langley, Dalton, row 2. Carter Langley, no doubt about it. He'll be in action at South Boston for the round 1 of the Triple Crown at South Boston for the Harley-Davidson 200 next week. Go back to green. This Saturday, Friday and Saturday. Practice all day, racing Saturday, Flow Racing coverage of See It Live. And we are back underway here at South Boston in the red, white, and blue 150. Happy Independence Day, we got trouble. Cars turning, slamming into the wall. Look at this, Jason Turner, Cody Griffin caught up in it. A couple of other cars. And here we go. Cody Demers, the hits just keep on coming. My goodness. Oh, look at this. Jason Turner sideways. Got clipped by the 18 and then nowhere to go for the 35 of Chase Lewis and Cody Griffin. That's why we're at a yellow flag. Yeah, is it, well, are they showing it? They are showing Ethan Johnson as the new leader. What happened to Blake Thornburg? Am I missing something here? Did something happen to Blake Thornburg? We'll find out. Thornburg in the pole car. Where's the 51? Did he disappear? Is he having net code issues maybe? Okay, he's back, so I guess it would be second. He would move to second now. Ethan Johnson and Blake Thornburg, but now they're showing Blake Thornburg now back as the leader. So I'm trying to figure this out. Timing and scoring is saying Thornburg is still the leader. Blake Johnson, or Ethan Johnson, I'm sorry, is now second. Which is the way it was. I'm wondering if there might have been some net code because it was ink and blinking there for a minute and he disappeared. But we'll find out when we get them reset here. Under caution. We still got a long way to go, by the way. It's lap. We're officially on lap number 14 of 150. Caution laps do not count. I'm updating my time and scoring just in case. So, actually, we're on lap 16. My apologies. 16 of 150. Again, still 35 laps to go. We're under 35 laps to go in stage number 1 here at South Boston. And again, they are going to update it and give the lead back to Ethan Johnson. Ethan Johnson will now be scored to the leader. It is, of course, now Blake Thornburg second. Alex Stoltz, Carter Langley. All right, Johnson and Thornburg now. They're going to be the new leaders. Alex Stoltz and Langley and Smith, your top 5. More cars dropping out of the race. Why are we seeing that stop line on the top of the screen? Get rid of that nonsense. This ain't Formula 1. Back to green. Ethan Johnson. EJR wraps number 51. A little bumper there by Thornburg, and it saved by the bell, and the caution flag out again. Yellow flag flying. Drew Chance on board with the 25, looking at Bonsai, inside, outside, down to the bottom. A little hit there, another tag there, and then he T-bones the 35. Oh boy, Chase Lewis. No mercy being given to him right now. A lot of caution flags here in the early going of this one right now. Just 17 of 150 laps in. Cody, Rooster, they're tearing stuff up. Let's get a long green flag run in, please.
I'm telling you, they gotta relax. It's still a long ways to go, and they're acting like they're driving like it's on lap, like they got one lap to go.
I'm serious. You can't win this race on the first lap, but the way they're driving, it seems like they can. It is the process of elimination at its finest, and it is going down. Wow. Cannot believe the calamity we've seen in this race. And I'll be honest, there's some good contenders that were not even able to even start the feature from qualifying. I mean, there was no last chance race. Gary Ledbetter Jr. didn't get to run, neither did Ethan Johnson. Kyler Kepley, one of the guys we see usually on the Southeast Limited Late Model Racing Series. Hey, by the way, just so everyone knows, it was determined that due to the Cars race, that will be for the Cars Tour, Pro Late Models and Late Models at Caraway Speedway this upcoming Wednesday night, there will not be the Southeast Late Model iRacing Series events, the penultimate race at Stafford this, of course, upcoming Wednesday. It will be pushed back to the following week. Again, for those that follow the Southeast Late Model iRacing Series, the event is postponed, not postponed, but just pushed back to a week after. And honestly, Cody, there's going to be a lot of people, Rooster, at the Cars Tour event. Caraway Speedway, you got Lane Riggs driving the Kevin Harvick racing car, and Kyle Larson, Young Money, making his Cars Tour debut as well for Junior Motorsports. We're going to try this again, single file. Here in the red, white, and blue 150. Ethan Johnson, the leader now. Blake Thornburg in second, Alex Stokes third. Going to get a green flag run here, guys, at the end of stage number 1. This race will go to lap 50 for stage 1. Lap 50 for stage 1. Thanks everybody for joining us again. Thanks for watching on Rooster's Broadcasting. Johnson, Thornburg, Stokes, Lane, this battle now going on, and another caution as they were about to battle for the lead. Got a car spun. Mason Johnson, the number 12 with the car 25 spun, and there is the yellow flag out yet again. Johnson got Jason Turner to his outside. Oh, a little contact there. Maybe some net code, if you will. Cody might have calls this.
Oh yeah. Does not look like the 25 that's happy with the one car. He's showing his displeasure there on the front stretch.
Well, I don't know if Chase Johnson is a real racer or not, but that's the promoter of Ace Speedway, Robert Turner, and I would be nice, because if not, he might not let you run on a Friday night at Ace Speedway. I say that jokingly, by the way. I'm just joking with anybody. Don't get mad here. Roosters broadcasting tonight at the red, white, and blue 150. Big thanks again to Ross Dalton and Cody Griffin, promoters of the Southeast Late Model Series, or the Late Model iRacing Series. Southeast Late Model iRacing Series, for making this happen. Their Wednesday night series is possibly going to be moving to season 2 on Monday nights, and I believe I was told they're doing away with the SK mods, the street stocks, and the pro late models, just the late model stock series. As everybody likes the late models, look at the field of the cars, look at the participation. Money on the line tonight, the red, white, and blue 150. We're going to try to go back to green, and by the way, still 30 laps to go in stage number 1. 40 laps to go, by the way, at Nashville. Ross Chastain leading. Not anymore. Alex Bowman just got around him. Chastain in the number 2 spot. Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, the top 5. And 40 to go in the Ally 400 at Nashville as we are getting ready to try to go back for a restart here at South Boston virtually. Blake Thornburg got back around Ethan Johnson right before the caution come out, so putting the fast qualifier back up to P1. Johnson right there waiting patiently. Alex Stoltz, Carter Langley, Trent Smith in the top 5. These guys holding on currently to those spots. And it's going to be Jordan Blair, Justin Hoyle, Cliff Mullins, Jeremy Ashby, Drew Chance, your top 10. Lights off for the pace truck. We're getting ready to go back to the green flag here in stage 1. Lap 50. And then we go 100 laps for the second stage to the run for the money. Back to green, single file. Back underway. Just at 4/10 of a mile here at South Boston Speedway. Thornburg bringing it back to speed down to the corner. Look at that Budweiser throwback car. Nice looking machine there for Justin Hoyle. Climbs into the top 5. Tries to back to green. Of course, these drivers come back to green here. The leader. What a drive for Blake Thornburg. Top dog, if you will, here in this race. He's been fast. Had that one little hiccup there where Johnson was able to get around him right into caution. And then, of course, Thornburg took advantage of that same opportunity to get back to the lead. Now Thornburg and Johnson 1 and 2. Carter Langley and Stoltz battle. Trent Smith in that mix as well. The DWR entry down to the inside. Carter Langley following Jordan Blair right there in that suit as well. There's that pack of 4 cars working off the corner. Inside. What a move for Thornburg. Still the man up in front of this now tandem. Here comes Cody Griffin. Here comes Robert Arch trying to get back into the top 15. Docido to the inside. Cliff Mullins leading that cavalry off that corner now. 20. Oh, but we got trouble. Stack up in the car in the wall. He's going in reverse in the wrong direction. Stalls. Trent Smith in the top 5 a moment ago. Now he's up in the fence. Caution out. Green and black number 3. And another yellow flag. Here goes the ride on the DRW Transport Chevrolet. Look at that. Oh, man. Alex Stoltz turned him in the fence. Stoltz gets in to the machine of Smith. Nowhere to go for the DRW Transport Chevrolet. And that's why we're under the yellow flag again. Boy, oh boy. Hey, Cody, I bring you back in here. This is the stage that will not end.
Oh, yeah. Now, this stage is driving these guys crazy.
Will there be any more cars left? That's the question.
Yeah, we started with, what, 29, and we're down to, I believe, 18?
Well, I think we ended up starting 20. Because, they only started 20 cars because these other guys didn't start because they didn't make qualifying time. But yeah, I mean, my goodness, process of elimination. Thank goodness you got 3 fast repairs.
Right, you're going to need them. Yeah, I don't know if Blake Thornburg or Ethan Johnson or Carter Langley will need them, but the guys in the back are definitely using them up, that's for sure.
Red, white, and blue 150 here tonight in South Boston. Definitely has not disappointed yet here in the Roosters broadcasting coverage. Again, I'm Wesley Outland. Got Cody Deemers, Rooster. And again, right now, Thornburg the man that's leading the way. Blake Thornburg, Ethan Johnson, right now your top two. Carter Langley up to third now. Again, still a long way to go. Roosters Broadcasting here again, making this event happen. By the way, give us a like, share, and a follow on the Southeast Late Model iRacing Series on social media. So, can we try this again? Shall we? Can we, that's what I'm saying, brother. Can we at least get to the, let's try to at least get to the end here of the first stage, and then let's reset and we'll try it again. Ready for the field to come back to green here. All right, 20 laps to go here in this Stage 1. Again, it's not done yet. There's another caution, believe it or not. All right, there's a Hunter Haddock going around, and there's the Team Watson Racing setup Chevrolet. Putting us back with the yellow flag again. My goodness, wow. Well, the timer on the race is 2 hours and 15 minutes. We're about a half hour into the race right now, so I think they're still okay on time-wise, but my goodness, what is this, 9 caution flags now, I think, 10 cautions in the first 30 laps of the race. I mean, come on, guys. Race director, somebody's got to go in there and say something to them, and I mean, obviously, we're just in the broadcast booth, but, you know, I would just, guys, what are you thinking here? Come on, let's, you know, let's get some laps under our belt here. Let's at least get to, like, you know, let's get to 30 to go let's get to 125, and then you guys have at it. Let's do what you got to do, right? I mean, come on. I was thinking this race would have been over before the end of the Nashville Cup race, so that's not the case. They're coming to 25 to go, and Chastain in the lead again. Watermelon Man out in front. Pole driver got his first career pole for not only his career but also for Trackhouse Racing yesterday. Yeah. That's the, what is it, the Sim Auto Racing Association, I believe. Sim Auto, yeah. I used to announce for Sarah a long time ago. Used to do the Super Series. All right, let's try this again. Even under single file, they're still record. Let's try to get this to 20 to go in stage 1. Back underway here. It's lap 29, actually. It's working down that curve. Race to the checkered flag and at least the end of stage 1 here with a good green flag drive. Cody Griffin watching these drivers intently go at it. Jeremy Ashby, Drew Chance, Justin Hoyle, all in that battle. Off the corner. Cody Griffin inside. By the way, if you're watching, that is not Butterbean Brendan Queen. That's his car. That is the driver of Ooh. The 03, his name at the bottom. Colin Hilton. Hilton on the racetrack right there. To let everyone know. That is, though, the driver of Ross Boo Boo Dalton in the 50 star, making a climb back into the top 10, getting around Cody Griffin, Cliff Mullins. Put him back in position. There's the leaders down into turn 3. Closing in on under 15 to go. Stage 1. Red, white, and blue 150. And Blake Thornburg still man out in front. Look at this battle down going on to the top 10. Justin Hoyle just getting passed by the 18 machine. Chance. Meanwhile, battle for the lead. Look at Ethan Johnson going back in the EJR Rap Century Chevrolet. Around Thornburg, put him back to the lead. Johnson, Thornburg, Langley, Ashby. Chance your top 5. Ethan Johnson to the top spot. Ready to bring it in the final 10 laps of stage 1 here in the red, white, and blue 150 here at South Boston. Roosters broadcasting coverage. Watching now Colin Hilton in the 84 on top in scoring. He's at the 03 Butterbean Brendan Queen car. Robert Arch right behind him with a sun drop, number 22. Inside, one of the employers of Junior Motorsports down to the bottom. Stoltz off the pace as they'll dive her off into turn 1. Dalton up the track. Contact now. Ashby Langley going at it. A little crossover as he drifts up in front of him. And Ashby will clear by Carter Langley as they go to the line. 7 laps to go here in stage 1 in the red, white, and blue 150 at South Boston. Ethan Johnson right now just kind of methodically being patient, holding his line, doing what he needs to do. And of course, if you did not know, Ethan Johnson. Oh, we got Jason Turner on pit road. The Lucas Oil number 1 damaged heavily on that car. And the 3G Lucas Oil number 1 of Jason Turner going down to the pit lane with an issue. And while all this goes on, we're closing in on the final laps of stage 1. Johnson. Oh, there's the caution. Oh, we got problems. And Robert Arch and the 84 have wrecked. Of course, that is Colin Hilton, who is in the 84 on top, and Scorman is in the Butterbean Brendan Queen car. And look at Robert Arch down to the inside, hook the left rear. Cars go spinning. And oh man, Jordan Blair, another victim of circumstances. He drove into under the back end, I believe, the 18 car again. You know what? There might be a chance. That might be the possibility. We'll find out here. See if that's what they do. It might be actually that might be what they call for. They might say this is the stage caution, so we'll find out. Of course, Ethan Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, he's out of Apex, North Carolina. Ethan Johnson of the Napa Walker Auto Parts, GXS Wraps, JP Realty, Carroll's Tire and Auto, number 51. One of the regulars at the Wake County Speedway. Of course, the quarter-mile bull ring. He's also won a pretty controversial race, if I remember, back at Carteret County Speedway earlier in the year on a Sunday afternoon. him and Brandon Clements kind of having a little tangle in the late model. And they gave the win to Ethan Johnson. Right now, Ethan Johnson from Apex doing a great job right now in the lead, locking up stage number 1 when it's all said and done. So Ethan Johnson will take stage 1. Of course, the pole driver, Blake Thornburg, will finish in second. I'm understanding that this will officially be the caution for the end of the stage break. And right now, you're going to see everybody come down to the pit lane, having service being done. Now, let's see if we can check in possibly on the stage 1 winner and see how things are going for Apex North Carolina's Ethan Johnson. Ethan, it's Wesley in the broadcast booth. Man, stage 1 winner, but a lot of cautions to survive that first stage. Your take of this race so far in South Boston of the red, white, and blue 150. Ethan Johnson, you got a copy. Okay, I guess Ethan is not available, so we'll try to bring him back in. I think I got the right Ethan Johnson. I thought I did. Oh, okay. So that was actually Mason. Was it Mason Johnson? Oh. I got. So are you saying we got 2 Ethan Johnsons at the same time? Gotcha. All right, copy that. And that's really only who we have in the chat box right now. So I wanted to try. I thought that was the stage 1 winner, but 2 Ethan Johnsons, 2 of the same names at the same time. Go figure. Hey, 7 laps to go in the Ally 400 at the Nashville Super Speedway in the Volunteer State. And right now, the pole car, Ross Chastain with a 1-second lead over Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, William Byron. Coming to the line with looks like 6 laps to go. And Ross Chastain, if you will, controversial first half of the season, looking to lock himself in, Rooster, to the playoffs and become another first-time winner, or at least the 2023 season. I believe there'll be now 11 different winners, so at least 1 win in the 2023 schedule. Pretty cool. How long are they going to stay under caution? I'm just trying to wonder where we're at right now as far as with that. Well, if they don't come to 1 to go this time, well, actually, it looks like they're still on pit road, so it looks like they might be having a break. Let's bring in Cliff Mullins and get his thoughts of the race right now. Cliff Mullins, car number 37, right now in the 7th position of the race. Cliff, you got a copy, bud? Cliff Mullins, you got a copy?
Yeah.
From Danville, Virginia, Cliff Mullins.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, man, pretty wild first half of this race in the red, white, and blue 150. You're at least in the top 10.
Yeah, kind of got railroad right there a little bit. Got stuck on the outside and got freight trained, but just trying to keep the fenders on it and not be a part of the mess that I know is going to happen at this place.
No doubt about it, man. I can't believe that we've tore up so many cars here in the first 45 minutes of this race, and took over an hour just to get probably the first 50 laps in.
Yeah, kind of expected it, honestly. The way this track is, it bottles up pretty quickly. I've had to stop a couple times for the let everything clear out of the way a little bit, but so far so good. We kind of stayed clean.
So I got to ask you, usually, Cliff, if you run an iRace in a bit, you might maybe get a fast repair, if none at all. Is this probably a good idea since this race has 3 fast repairs so far?
I kind of would have only done 1 just to kind of clear it out a little bit, but yeah, 3 kind of gives you a chance to do a little bit of hard racing here, and but I like it to where I can just kind of, race smarter and be there at the end of it.
All right, man. Well, hey, listen, Mullins out of Virginia. Are you related to Dina and Jimmy Mullins' team?
No, I'm not, but I do know them.
Okay. Yeah. All in the family, without being in the family, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Willie Mullins is what I meant to say.
Yeah, Willie.
And we're not interviewing Ethan Johnson. It's Willie Mullins who we're talking to. I'm sorry, it's Cliff Mullins who we're talking to. Cliff, good luck. Stay out of trouble. I think that's the best advice I can give you right now.
Yep, I'm going to do my best to it.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. There's Cliff Mullins again. Right now, he'll go back the racetrack to the 7th position. Ethan Johnson was the winner of stage number 1. However, no audio communication available to get him for some reason. So, and by the way, Ross Chastain, Watermelon Man, just took the checkered flag. His 3rd career win, by the way. First win was at Talladega. Of course, last year, the Geico 500. Then he picked up another win. Yeah, that's right. What they call Hell Melon is what he did at Martinsville back last year. Well, Ross Chastain celebrates as it looks like Daniel Suarez is also going to be a part of the celebration. Giving him a little hello, congrats to our Trackhouse teammate. So we go back to the race now here on the virtual South Boston Speedway. Ethan Johnson is still the man leading the way. Oh boy, it looked like Daniel Suarez was going to try to come up and give a little celebratory side rub to Chastain's car, and of course Chase Briscoe was in the way in the Tony Stewart Racing number 14, and kind of ruined the party, if you will. All right, so we focus now on the resumption of this race. We got 100 laps to go. Rooster, what would you do different? We heard Mullins say this was a caution field race. He was expected it to be this way. Obviously, do you think the race director's gone in here and said, guys, all right, calm down now. You got 100 laps, over 100 laps to go. We've got to be smart to get to the finish of this race now.
Oh yeah, I definitely think he's telling these guys they need to relax, settle down, calm down, chill out. Hey, let's get some laps under our belts and save it for the end.
I would say, guys, give me at least 60 laps. Give me about 65 laps. Let's get to around lap 125, 130, and then let the rough side drag and give it all you got. Ready to come to green. This is officially stage number 2, though there's only 47 laps completed. Green flag out. We're backing away. So, stage 2, 104 laps actually. Boy, Ross Chastain is still celebrating at Nashville. All right, Ethan Johnson. Great jump with the restart, pulled it away from everybody. Single file down into the corner into 1 and 2. Ethan Johnson, Blake Thornburg, 1 and 2. Carter Langley, Jeremy Ashby, Drew Chance, your top 5. Right off the corner again, down into turn number 1 and 2. Ross Dalton, making room with a Budweiser car. Justin Hoyle will give him room. Thanks again to Colin Hilton. Those drivers in the top 15 and 13 spot. This is a great battle. But in the top 10, Dalton Griffin, Lewis Smith, starting to climb into the battle as well. Into turn 1 and 2. Oh no, Hoyle turned, got into by the 3 of Trent Smith. Caution out. Just as we were approaching 100 laps to go. Watch this battle. Colin Hilton had a run on the bottom, getting around Hoyle's car. Hoyle with a punt by Smith. There's the tag, and into the fence both cars go. Another caution. Carter Langley, the number 5 machine, of course, having a solid drive right now, doing pretty well as the yellow flag coming out again. I say he's just being consistent, if you will. Just he's one of those drivers, Rooster, that are just kind of, if you will, staying in striking distance.
Definitely not going too far out of play.
So Carter Langley. Now opening the opportunity for Ethan Johnson and Blake Thornburg to get back past him. Something happened where they got their time and scoring crossed with one another, it looks like. You see a packed house at South Boston right there on the virtual sim. Make no mistake about it, that next Saturday night for the Harley-Davidson 200. They'll be packing it out. There's Robert Turner, by the way. I'm sorry, Jason Turner. It's time it's scoring Amanda Turner, but it's actually Jason Turner. He is the promoter of the Ace Speedway. Of course, Ace Speedway. Yes, right now. Frankfurt to update. Looks like there's somebody got a lap ahead of someone else, is what it looks like. They're trying to get everybody back on the lead lap, and it has just updated on my time and scoring. But I was going to say Robert Turner and Jason Turner, Ace Speedway. Always awesome track. They've got the first annual Kenny Meadows Memorial coming up on July 7th. That'll be the next race. They're trying to run the modifieds last week, unfortunately. Oh, no, trouble. Oh, man. 25 star got turned. He's airborne. So is Cody Griffin. So is Hoyle. We are under the yellow flag. Man, oh, man. Here's a look at it on your replay. Ross Chastain handing out watermelon in celebration at Nashville. He done smashed another watermelon. Man, Ross Chastain is still celebrating guys winning at Nashville. He ain't even drove the car to victory lane yet. He's just doing his own thing right now. He could care less about post-race obligations to radio, TV, or public address, and he is smashing watermelon like crazy. The man they call the Watermelon Man out of Alva, Florida for Trackhouse Racing. By the way, he got his first career pole at Nashville yesterday for the Ally 400. He got Team Trackhouse Racing's first pole, and of course a big win for Ross Chastain to now get his third win, and one of the drivers that went to the Final Four to run for a championship last year for a Cup Series title. He has put himself back into the playoffs again. All right, so Ethan Johnson is just doing really well. The 51 machine out of Apex. You've got Carter Langley out of Clayton right now, 1 and 2. Blake Thornburg in third, the pole driver. Back to third, Drew Chance, Jeremy Ashby, top 5. Jeremy Ashby, I'm sorry, Drew Chance and Jeremy Ashby, top 5. Then it's Ross Boo Boo Dalton, Colin Hilton, Mason Johnson, Tucker Haddock, and Justin Hoyle, your top 10. That's the way it stands right now. Guys starting to make a climb, including Trent Smith, Cody Griffin, Chase Lewis was looking really good. And right now, you see out, like line. And that is repetitive, if you will, until you get dropped to about 12th position as we get ready for a restart again. As we are 97 to go, right? You thought your internet froze with me saying it. All right, it was whatever technical issues we had earlier are gone down. Green flag back out at Sobo. Under 100 laps to go now. The leader, of course, is Ethan Johnson inside. Johnson, Thornburg, Langley falling back to 3rd. Thornburg starts to climb his way back. Yeah, by the way, I mentioned the Jason Turner and the first annual Kenny Meadows Memorial will be at Ace Speedway. That'll be a limited late model stock double header. Hopefully they can remake that, make it for the car school. Not the car school, Smart Modifieds that got postponed because of that. Other than that, they're rocking and rolling, doing all they can to get their race in at Ace Speedway. Pretty cool track if you've never been there before. The aerial view, top side, Hilton is. Colin Hilton, the 03. That's the Butterbean Brendan Queen throwback car. Dalton is right there on the inside. Little sideways, hold him off there on the corner. Griffin on the bottom. Griffin will now battle with Chase Lewis in the turn. Got Trent Smith up in front of them. Work their way back down to the inside. Ethan Johnson now leading the way. The driver out of Apex, North Carolina. You can check him out at the quarter-mile bull ring at Wake County Speedway and other tracks across the Carolinas. Right now, the man out of Apex leading the charge in the EJ Racing Wraps, the EJR Wraps. Number 51, Blake Thornburg in that number 2 spot, the qualifier fast time. By the way, fast time of the race so far set by Jeremy Ashby, 15.015. He just turned to 15.017, and he's getting quicker, 15.015. Thornburg, Langley, Ashby, Chance, and things have finally. Oh, I don't want to say it. Never mind, Rooster. I'm not going to say it. Never mind. I'm not. Change my mind. There's another aerial view. Ross Dalton is right now in that 6th spot on the outside of the top 5, looking in. Solid run going for him as well now. Up to 3rd, just got around Langley. Look at this pass. And we got a caution. Oh, no, I shouldn't have said anything. I did, but I didn't. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. And this is Mullins. Mullins, I believe. Oh, getting into Chase Lewis. There it is. And then Hoyle give him a punt. Oh, man. Cody, take over for just a second, buddy. I need a break. I got to step away real fast and grab something to drink, brother.
All right. Lap 65, 150 here on the red, white, blue 150. Been an eventful race so far. A lot of people trying to get from the back to the front. You know, still Ethan Johnson out front, Blaine Thornburg 2nd, Carter Langley 3rd, Mike Ashby 4th, and Drew Chance your top 5. Followed by Ross Dalton 6th, Colin Hilton 7th, Tucker Haddock 8th, Trent Smith 9th, and Cody Griffith sitting 10th. Like I said, I mean, the first stage was pretty good as we see him take the cone here. The first stage was pretty good. 9 cautions, I believe. The second stage has been really good, as the second stage will end about lap 100, as we see them getting doubled up here to go back a green flag race. Still a long ways to go here. Long ways to go. Green flag. Here we go. Here comes Thornburg looking to the inside of the 5 of Carter Langley down the backstretch of the 3. Ashby right there with him. Langley stuck on the outside trying to get down to the bottom, down the front stretch. Ashby and Ross Dalton down to the bottom. Ashby looking to take over the second position side by side with Blake Thornburg down into 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, they're still side by side. Ross Dalton on the bottom behind Ashby. Ashby on the bottom. The 22 of Thornburg on the outside. Ross trying to push Ashby on around him. Oh, somebody hard in the wall back here. Oh my goodness. Big right. Oh. Let's go back here and see what happens. That's going to bring out a caution here. Ooh, hard in the wall. Cliff got in the back of him, and then it was just on for the races from there. That's going to bring out another caution here. You're still out front, though, is that 51 of Ethan Johnson. Ashby moves up to second, Thornburg third, Dalton fourth, and the number 18 of Drew Chance will be your top 5. Looks like Amanda Turner, Cody Griffin, Colin Hilton are all on pit road here. Here we go, going back green here. Single file restart. Ethan Johnson, Ashby Thornburg, your top 3. As Langley's going to get turned on the restart. Let's go back and see what happened there. Looks like Trent just give him a love tap. Got him loose here. He's going to put us back under caution here. 70 laps complete of 150. About 30 more to go till the stage number 2. The 51 of Ethan Johnson, your stage 1 winner, still out front here, leading the way on to stage number 2. Ashby sits second, Blake Thornburg third, Ross Dalton fourth for a chance your top 5. Looks like the lights are off the iRacing pace car. We're getting ready to go green flag racing again. Green flag. Here we go.
Back underway. Lap 70 of 150. And Ethan Johnson still the man up in front as the leaders run. We got trouble up in turn number 4. Got another car turned around. That's, of course, the 21 of Justin Hoyle. And the yellow flag out again. Another replay. Had some help. Working there in the corner. There goes Cody Griffin down to the inside. Making a move. He's on his back door. And just a little bump there by Cody Griffin, the Sanford, North Carolina driver, getting into Hoyle. And that'll put us under the yellow flag again as we're approaching 70 laps into this race completed. Not even halfway yet. Green caution while I was gone. Yeah, this keeps up. They might start counting caution laps. By the way, they got about an hour and 10 minutes left in sim time. We're an hour and 5 minutes into this race. After another caution flag there with Cody Griffin getting into Justin Hoyle. Fastest man of the race again, Jeremy Ashby, lap with a 15.015. 15.015, the fastest lap of the race. Right now, Jeremy Ashby in that number 2 spot. Lights are off on the pace truck. Trying to get ready to go back to green here. 80 laps to go here in the red, white, and blue 150. Sunday night, iRacing. Rooster Broadcasting. Flying back out. Carter Langley making a move down to the inside on Cody Griffin. And cleared by Colin Hilton as well. That's going on to the top 10. In the corner, off of 2. Ross Dalton trying to make a run on Blake Thornburg for 3rd. Stays in the number 4 spot. Got Drew Chance behind him in 5th. The DRW transport machine. And another caution. What happened again? Yellow flag. Justin Hoyle. Is it Hoyle? Oh, yeah, there you go. Him and Jason Turner got together. Another caution out over the racetrack here, so. Now, whatever camera angles you have, you've seen the end result. Process of elimination. Just before halfway, and another caution, by the way, on lap 73. 74, Chris. Yep, lap 75 is the halfway mark. Yep. Boy, oh boy. This might be a record number of caution flags. Back to green. It's South Boston. Going to halfway this time by. It'll be the cross flags in the air. Finally. 75 down and 75 to go. I believe 13 cars on the racetrack with Johnson being the conductor. He's leading the cavalry. And then the caboose is, of course, Alex Stoltz in the red 02. Second half of this race. Let's see how Dennings cycle out the first half. Yellow flag calamity. Ethan Johnson still holding on to the spot. Jeremy Ashby right there behind him. Blake Thornburg started this race on the pole, fast qualifier, the P3 spot. Ross Dalton right there with him, battle for the lead. Johnson slips off two. Ashby powers to the bottom. Can he clear him? No. Here comes Johnson, battles back on the outside. Ashby on the bottom. And Thornburg and Dalton are ready to pounce like oiled cobras. Down into three. Ashby right on the bottom, right to the driver door of the Johnson machine. To the inside. Another move. Thornburg loose sideways. Dalton had to check up. Johnson on the binders. Everybody getting loose there for a moment. They say together single file back to one. Going to make a move down to the inside, backed away. Now climb back in, make another run again to the bottom. Carries Trent Smith with him as they work their way back into the corner. In on lap 85. 65 laps to go. Second half of the race to the home stretch here. 150 laps the distance. The red, white, and blue 150 here tonight at South Boston. Yeah, man, Jeremy Ashby cleared by Johnson. When he did, he checked out. Finally got a chance to check him. Whoa, trouble. Haddock in the fence. Smith around. Drew Chance. Trent Smith. Yellow flag. Nowhere to go there. Let's see. Thornburg. From another angle. Boy, everybody checking up. Hands up right there on the 18. Well, that big lead that Jeremy Ashby had is now dissipated. We'll try to reset and go again here. Lap 86 of 150. On board, Jeremy Ashby. This is virtual look for the 0-1. Been a lot of caution flags. I don't know if there's a way you can keep up with the caution counter. I've lost count. I'll just say that in a very nice way. I've lost count. Yeah, the truck's pace truck lights out. Lights illuminated around the racetrack here. So now Jeremy Ashby getting ready to bring the field to the restart zone. Single file. See, they went from making double files. Starts and restarts to now single file for the remainder of the race, I think, to try to somehow knock these laps off. That's helped, but still there's been caution. Jeremy Ashby, a car length from Johnson sideways. Dalton ready to go to the inside. Man, I'll tell you, Rooster, it looks like Johnson's car in the last 10 laps or so, the car's tightened up. And he's really free and loose going off the corner, especially down the straightaway.
Oh yeah, he's definitely loose off the corner. Doesn't feel like his car wants to turn into the corner.
Dalton trying to make that run to the bottom. Solid drive down to the inside. Griffin back up in the final here. Well, it's up to 5th. Or 4th, actually. Tucker Haddock. As we approach over 50 laps remaining in this race. Yeah, man, Jeremy Ashby's car is just absolutely strong. He's showing it. Another caution here. We'll see what happened on this replay. That's Hilton. Cliff Mullins short into the stick there, as well as Hoyle. Yeah, keep trying to it, aren't we? No. Yeah, this is the end of the stage. Lap 100. So here is the end of stage 2. And the run to the money coming up next. An hour and 17 minutes in this race exactly as the field comes down to the pit lane. Stage 1 around lap 47, 46. And now on lap 95. Caution coming out for the stage break. Understanding we're going to try to get Jeremy Ashby in the box. Try to grab him for an interview if we can. Not many people in the chat as usual. So they're working on another halfway break here. Oh. Hang on, Max. Rooster, I'll be right back, bud. We'll be ready to take this to stage number 3, man. I'll let you take over again for just a second to give a rundown. I got to let the dog out. I'll let you grab the interview. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, started deep in the field there. At the start of that going into stage number 2. Come to the front there towards the end. When your car got out front in the clean air, it was like it was a rocket ship. Did you save a little bit of tires there, or were you just kind of ride when you were back there in the pack?
I mean, you kind of got to save back there. You don't really got another choice. I mean, you're going 3/10 slower than you want to be going, but there's nowhere to go because they're driving 3 wide for last. But we managed to get back through there somehow, and I think we're going to be real good this last stage.
Right. Well, anybody you want to thank getting you to the stage 2 win?
Yeah, everybody at Wheeling and Dillon Motorsports, we've been making sure we get back to the front in that Discord.
Alrighty, well, that's a chat with your stage 2 winner, Mr. Jeremy Ashby, driving the 01 RKM setup shop. Congratulations on the stage 2 win, and hopefully we'll see you back here in Victory Lane.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, well, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we return, we'll be going 50 more laps to the end here for the red, white, and blue 150 here at the South Boston Motor Speedway. Coming up through the field, you know, it's been tough. You know, we were just talking how it's kind of like a bottleneck effect. You know, one spins out, the whole field's, you know, has nowhere to go. It blocks the track. Give your perspective coming from the back to coming up here to the front.
Yeah, it's just you really got to be heads up. The guys in front of you, they get tight, bunched up. It's hard to dictate where they're going to wreck, and you run out of room. It's the same on here as it is in real life. I don't know how Carter and all them boys race up there every weekend, but it's a different animal here. South Boston is, and it's put on so far what it normally does, and that's the wreck fest. So hopefully this last 50 can go pretty good. We've cleaned out some of the field there, and we got 12 cars back on the lead lap. So hopefully we can have a good long run right here and get back to it.
Alrighty, well that's a word with the driver of the number 50 Hudson Auto Works 50 Ross Boo Boo Dalton. Go get him. Alrighty, looks like we're gonna get the field reset. Get everybody set up. Looks like Mike Ashby will be your leader. Going back out. So we're gonna get them reset back up here and go back green for the red, white, blue 150. Almost 100 laps complete. We're coming up on 50 to go. A little over 50 to go left. About 55 laps. Gonna be an interesting last 50 laps here in stage number 3. It's gonna be different, that's for sure. Ashby's car definitely looks like it's strong on a long run. Definitely looks like he's the man to beat right now. So we're gonna see what happens here these last 55 laps. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Big shout out to Roosters Broadcasting for putting on the broadcast for these guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in, hanging out, and listening to Wesley talk. I'm just kind of sticking in for Wesley right now while he takes his dog out real fast and go from there as we see Amanda Turner going around to get her lap back. Doubling up here. Here we go. Ready to start there. Ross gets down behind him. Griffin right there in third. Meanwhile, Johnson, Tucker, here comes Carter Langley. Tucker Haddock back there. Got on attack for number 3 is the 03 of Colton Hilton. Smith. But meanwhile, up front, Ashby, Dalton, Griffin, right there. Ross Dalton all over back over that number 01 RKM setup shop machine. Trying to look to get around him as we're approaching lap number 100. Lap 100 as we got a car spun in 3 or 4, but we're going to stay green. Down the back stretch we go. Ashby starting to pull away from Ross, little by little. Looking to get around the 03 of Colton Hilton. Down the backstretch. Drew Chance looks to go to the inside of the 1. A turn. Boland's in that low drag esports. Go to the inside. He's going to clear it. Down the front. But meanwhile, out front, Ashby still in tow by the number 50. They're all over the back bumper, the number 01 of Ashby. Down the back stretch, they go into the ring. Dalton's going to look to the inside. Ashby's going to protect. Up the floor, down the front stretch, into one. Dalton's still right there. Oh, Dalton's going to get it a little loose. Up two. But it's not going to lose much momentum into three. Down through 3 and 4, off the floor. Down the front stretch. Letting Ashby get too far as we're going to be approaching 40 laps to go this time by. 40 to go here at South Boston. The red, white, blue one. Down into the red 1 and 2. Off the turn number 2, down the back stretch into 3. Thornburg and Ethan right there. Cliff trying to catch the number 18 of Drew Chambers. Tucker Haddock all over back bumper corner Langley. Carter Langley under attack with the number 5. But meanwhile out front, the battles for the race lead. The 50 and the 01. Here comes Dalton looking to the inside. Dalton's going to look to the inside. He's not going to be there. Ashby still got the momentum up the corner. Down into 1. Here comes Dalton again. On the apron, trying to use a little bit of concrete on the bottom to get some run. Down the back straightaway into 3. Dalton's going to drive it off in there. He's still got room. Off of turn number 4, down the front stretch. Dalton's going to look to the inside. Ashby's going to play protect mode, block him a little bit. Down off of 2, down the back stretch. Dalton still right there with him. Dalton still right there on the back bumper. That Shug Steakhouse number 01 or Mike Ashby. He's starting to approach lap traffic here. Will lap traffic play an effect on the 01 and help the 50, or will it hurt the 50 of trying to get by him, or will lap traffic just get out of the way? As we see Blake Thornburg all over back bumper, Ethan Johnson. Thornburg to the bottom. Ethan's going to let him go. Looks like Tucker Haddock's got around Carter Langley.
Well, we're back. It's lap 118 of 150. And it is down to the home stretch in the third stage. And finally, good green flag run. The rooster is right now Ross Dalton Boo-Boo running down Jeremy Ashby. Finally showing his strengths for the lead here in the red one and blue 150, closing in on 30 to go here in the race. Next time by when they come out of 4, but man, what a strong run. Looks like Dalton might have been playing possum. He's ready to make that move for the lead on Ashby as he dives to the inside out of 4. Couldn't clear him. Down in the corner. Nightfall settles in South Boston as well, under the lights now. Gotta wait for that moment, ready to make the right time to go after it. For the lead, for the win. Jeremy Ashby, really strong in that second stage, if you will. I'll tell you what, Rooster, Ashby really saw probably the fastest run for him. He's, now, by the way, Drew Chance is the fastest car on track, 14.918 seconds. But we saw in stage 2, Jeremy Ashby really pull away. But now as we move into the home stretch of this race with under 30 to go, Ross Dalton, strategy, whatever it is, he is closed into Ashby. He's the only car that's able to hang with him. 2 seconds back is Cody Griffin in third.
Oh yeah, we've definitely haven't seen many people at the end of stage 2 that can touch Ashby, but looks like Russ Dalton right there on the inside of him now going into turn number 3.
Looking for the lead. Down to the bottom on the inside. Ashby gives Dalton, he gives him plenty of room. He gave him plenty of room. Dalton clear inside, drifts up in front of Ashby. I thought Ashby might have went for a crossover, but the caution is out. Is that Carter Langley? It is. Car number 5, Carter Langley. I think Justin Hoyle finally gave him a little bump here. The 21 Budweiser car Chevrolet. We'll see. Oh, no. Langley lost it on his own. Yeah, there's the quality number 5 spinning. Yeah, I was going to say I think that Ashby had the lead when the caution fell, and the last completed green flag lap is, I think, what they usually go to, and because of that, Dalton had not got to the line back in time, and Jeremy Ashby will be giving back that top spot. I mean, well, we had, what, about a good 25, 30 lap green flag run there, it looked like. So 25 laps to go, or under 25 laps to go. Jeremy Ashby is now going to be put back up in the front. Ross Dalton in second. Cody Griffin third. Blake Thornburg, Ethan Johnson, who had looked really strong in the first half. First 2 stages of the race for both drivers. Now 4th and 5th. Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is you got to have patience. Try to reset this again here. Ashby. Thornburg on the choose roll, goes to the outside. Dalton will stay to the bottom. We're back of the way. I thought they were going to go 3 wide, but they opened the door. Back to Ashby on the restart, but here comes Thornburg up on the top. Dalton stays to the inside contact. Oh no, patience gone. Hooked in the fence as Dalton got into Johnson, got into a couple of other cars. Caution out. Look at this on the replay. Man, oh man. Oh man, right rear hook. Johnson into the 50. How would you? Two top contenders now involved in that incident. Well, Thornburg also looked really strong on the outside for the restarts as well. Twenty 24 laps to go. Go ahead. What you got? Oh. it happens. You interviewed Ross? It might have been, well, I took the dog out, so. Yeah. Well, he's probably frustrated now. Dalton's back to 11th. He's still got plenty of time, though. He can do something at 25 laps. Let's see what happens here. Restart, the red, white, and blue 150, final stage. Under 25 to go, 23 to go now. Green flag back out in South Boston. Battle for that second spot. Hilton opens the door to the inside. Dornberg almost slams the inside wall. That's Tucker Haddock. We got a spinner top side in turn 4. No caution yet. They'll come back around to it. Will they throw the yellow? Car, I believe, rolls away. We'll stay on a green flag. 3 wide almost. Here we go. 21 laps to go. Hilton on the bottom. There's Haddock on the top. Griffin right behind him. So is Hoyle. Shot inside. Slingshot engaged. Haddock pushed out of the line. 3 wide. Griffin thought about it. Diving to the inside. Closing in on 20 laps to go now. This is where I think you start definitely making the moves you need to put the chess pieces in play for checkmate. The payout window about to open. Griffin spins. Tagged by, I believe, Johnson. Hilton, Hoyle, all fighting for that spot. There's Hilton up high. Haddock on the inside. Griffin dives into the corner. A shot by Hilton. And around goes the 0-3. Tough break there for both Ross Dalton and Cody Griffin. The promoters, if you will, Rooster, of this chaos and mayhem. That is the red, white, and blue 150.
Oh yeah, they're definitely struggling. Ross and Cody and Jordan, which I don't even think Jordan. I think he was out early, but I definitely think they're struggling bad. That's for sure.
Oh man, Colin Hilton. And by the way, if you're tuned into the broadcast, these drivers were given 3 fast repairs. It's unheard of. I've never seen anything like that before. Trying to settle this here with 18 laps to go. Not over yet. All right, Jeremy Ashby looking to try to win this thing here in the RKM Setup Shop Schultz Steakhouse Chevrolet. Jeremy Ashby, Tucker Haddock, Thornburg, Langley Hoyle, top 5. Back to green at Sobo. It has been loco at Sobo. Inside. Ooh, Thornburg right there alongside Haddock. Look at Dalton threading the needle. Look at Ross Boo Boo Dalton. Holy cow. All the way from 11th. Oh, he spins! Going around Cliff Mullins, bottom of turn number 2. Caution out again. You want to talk about getting on the gas quickly? 3 wide. Look at him in the middle. Down to the bottom. Boo Boo Dalton trying to go after Hoyle and Langley. And nowhere to go for the Cody Griffin or Jason Turner. Man, I didn't see that happen. I just saw Mullen spin at first in real time. We are under the yellow flag again. My goodness, will this race end? 17 to go. Oh. It's been something. We'll try this again. 16 laps. Sorry, 17 to go. My apologies, 17 to go. I'm trying to think here, Rooster. This might be the biggest win of Jeremy Ashby's career for iRacing if he wins this thing tonight, man. Pretty prestigious event here at the Red, White, and Blue 150.
Oh yeah. Is there, there's $50 on the line, Normally you don't see nothing like that. Normally it's, kind of show up, race, and have fun, And throwing $50 out there is a big deal to some of these guys.
Had 29 drivers attempt to try to make the race for 20 spots. And we are down to 11 drivers remaining. Jason Turner, by the way, still on the track in 12th, 2 laps down. Cautions put him back with a free pass, but right now, because he was involved in that last caution, he was ineligible for it. Back to green. Ashby, Thornburg, right there alongside one another. We got trouble again. Is that Ross Dalton? I think it is. Ross Boo Boo Dalton just spun out of 4. Here's a look at the replay. Carter Langley to the left rear. Around in the 50 he goes. Oh, man. And there goes another opportunity for Jason Turner twice now to not be able to get back to the lead lap. If he wouldn't have been caught up in the accident chase, Rooster, that would have put Jason Turner, because he was in 1 lap down, he gets the lap back, I think. But if you're part of the caution, if you're even eligible for the free pass, you don't get the lap back. You're a lap down, so you got to stay a lap down.
Right.
He still stays 2 laps down because both of the times he could have got the free pass, he was part of the caution or he got in the accident. Poor Jason Turner, 8 Speedway promoter extraordinaire, can't get a break. Right now we are 1 hour and 46 minutes in sim time, 2 hours and 15 minutes. So right now, I think there's what, about another 30 minutes of time left, I believe. Yeah, 30 minutes left. If they can't make 16 laps in 30 minutes, it's oh, that's all I'm gonna say. All right, lights off on the pace truck, actually. We will try this again. Thank you for those that are watching. I'm Wesley Outland, Roosters Broadcasting. Back to green. Jeremy Ashby inside. Thornburg outside, door to door for the lead, for the win. The Red, White, and Blue 150. And we got a wreck again. Trouble up in turn 1. Here's another caution. Wow. Just had a loss for words. That's Justin Hoyle that calls that caution to the 21 of the replay. No, the promoter is not catching a break. Thanks for everybody that's watching. Shout out to Car 50 Mom, of course. That's Boo Boo Dalton's mother. Lester Brown. Austin Bird, thank you, buddy. Everyone else pretty quiet on the chat box. If you are tuning in, give us a shout out where you're tuning in from, where you're watching. And the question is, who's your pick to win? Who you rooting for? Can I make an observation, by the way? And I'll say this humbly. Every single one of these cars on the racetrack, all 11 of them, they all got a shot to win this race. I mean, they've all been good. They've all been good contenders. All right, lights will go off for the pace truck. We'll reset here. Whew, all right. What will happen here? Choose rule in effect. Drivers taking advantage of it, like Boo Boo Dalton behind Hilton. Griffin behind Dalton. And they're in behind Thornburg, who leads that cavalry inside. Jeremy Ashby on the bottom. Ready to come back to the restart zone. Green flag. 12 to go here at Sobo. Side by side for the win. A dozen laps remain. Working off turn 4. 12 to go. Ashby inside. Thornburg makes his move from the outside to the bottom. Tags the outside, gets into Ashby. Ashby holds him off. There's another tag, a bump and run. He helped him get back going forward. We still tangle in the back, and Ashby still loses control and crashes. And all the while, all of that going on, other cars crash in the process. And the yellow out again. Man. So you're wondering if Thornburg could be called for the penalty? Interesting. I wonder. Yeah. Let Jeremy Ashby climb back up at least now to 6 as we'll get ready to go back for the restart whenever they fire back off again. Lights off. Nope. I thought we were coming to green. They waved off the restart. So stay under caution here. All I got to say, and I say this in the nicest way, they are penalizing Thornburg. Blake Thornburg is being instructed to go to the rear. And what a crazy turn of events. This puts Colin Hilton and Ross Boo Boo Dalton back on the front row to battle for the win. And Colin Hilton is having netcode issues. He is way off the pace. If he can't get up to speed, he is going to end up losing the lead, and Dalton is going to go back from worst to first in the last 15 laps to go to the lead here with 12 laps to go. Unbelievable. And Ross Boo Boo Dalton officially is now the new leader. 12 remaining. Boo Boo Dalton back in the dance. And Sobo, green flag back out. 11 to go. Red, white, and blue 150. The stars and stripes of this crazy iRacing event. Many cautions. Hell, I lost count. I know it's 20 plus. 10 to go. Finally in the crosshairs of the home stretch. With 9 remaining. Oh, we got trouble. They wreck in turn 4. They hold it together. We stay green. Now Jeremy Ashby battling Griffin for second. Griffin up the track. Thornburg flying through the field from the rear. He tags sideways on Griffin. Griffin jumps in the cushion. He's in the fence. Caution out now with 8 to go. Cody Griffin, a part of that skirmish between Jeremy Ashby and Blake Thornburg's ascent to get back to the front. And the caution out. Shoo. Ross Dalton. Now the man up in front. Jeremy Ashby has put himself right back in that spot. There goes Jason Turner, by the way. And if I'm correct, Jason Turner is back on the lead lap. You have 9 cars now on the lead lap. It might be 1 lap down, possibly. We'll find out with timing and scoring updates. But I know that they just gave a free pass to Jason Turner. And he is going to be 1 lap down, I believe, is what they're going to show. And then there were the Fast 8 that are left. By the way, sim time, Rooster, 1 hour, 57 minutes. They've got about 18 minutes left before this race either finishes on time or they get one attempt at a green white checker before they call it. They got 8 laps to go. Ross Boo Boo Dalton, the promoter of this event, he had the idea. He wanted to put this race on. I saw a post about it the other day, and they made it official this morning. 3 hours before airtime, Rooster Broadcasting able to step to the plate to make a broadcast happen for this event. This special Sunday night event, the red, white, and blue 150. ready to go. Lights off for the pace truck. It is a 7-lap shootout, lap 143. We're back to green. Could this be the final restart of the race for the win? Thornburg, pole car, back on the outside. Battles with Dalton. Dalton protects the inside. Stays on the bottom. 6 to go. Dalton on the bottom, holding on to that spot. Holding off Ashby, holding off Thornburg. Here come the growlers. Here come the feeders, ready to pounce on the leader. 5 to go. Ashby inside, Thornburg for second. What a run for Tucker Haddock. Problems early in the race. Took advantage of those fast repairs. Put him in the number 4 spot with 4 to go. Dalton gone, by the way. Half a second now over Jeremy Ashby and Thornburg. Ross Boo Boo Dalton in the top spot. Jeremy Ashby inside. Bottom. Thornburg. Haddock on the bottom for 3rd. 2 to go. Straight, narrow, single file. 30 attempts down to the final 9 on the track. Working off turn 4. Ross Boo Boo Dalton will finally see the 1 flag as they approach 2 hours in sim time. 1 more lap to go here at Sobo. It's only fitting to have stars and stripes on the car like the American flag. The 50-star Ross Boo Boo Dalton, winner of the red, white, and blue 150 at South Boston. Yellow on the car to signify the caution fest. He survives as the top man and even had to rally back through the field with under 20 laps to go. Ross Boo Boo Dalton from Liberty, North Carolina, winner on the Real Racing World and the Sim World as well. Sim time, 2 hours, 20 seconds when the checkered flag fell officially on the field. And Ross Dalton is gonna celebrate. Hudson's Auto Works, Ruth Signs, McAllister Precision Marketing, number 50, Star from Liberty, North Carolina, had a phenomenal late model race a couple of weeks ago at Orange County Speedway for a win. The All-Pro Limited Late Model Series champion, winner at tracks all across the Southeast. He won the Big Charger event, AR Challenger race on MAV TV a couple of years ago in that New Year's Bash. And now, Rooster had a prestigious win here like the red, white, and blue 150. His creation, mind you, with co-promoter Cody Griffin in making this race a success. Though caution field, he is the man in victory lane. So Ross Dalton, Jeremy Ashby, Blake Thornburg are your top 3. We'll effort on getting these drivers in for post-race, but real quickly, let's take a look at the results one more time in the events tonight. Ross Dalton, the winner. 2nd spot, Jeremy Ashby. He got tangled up there holding off the battles with Thornburg and Haddock, and he lost ground to Boo Boo for Ross Dalton to take the victory. Ashby 2nd, Thornburg 3rd, Tucker Haddock 4th, and Drew Chance after problems in that 50-star Ricky Locklear Jr. throwback. He will, or the 25-star, my apologies. He'll finish in the number 5 spot. Justin Hoyle, the Budweiser 21 machine, King of Beers entry, though having several incidents and cautions, he'll finish 6th. Cody Griffin could have been the top dog to win. Got involved in a tangle in the late rally, obviously. He'll still settle for a top 10. Cliff Mullins will finish in the top 10 with an 8th place finish. We grabbed him an interview earlier at the end of stage 1, and he was in 7th. Good solid drive. How about it for the driver of Jason Turner, last car on the track, 3 laps down, but still a phenomenal job by the promoter of the Ace Speedway. By the way, their next race, July 8th, again, Ace Speedway, for more information. Colin Hilton settles for 10th. Carter Langley, 11th. Ethan Johnson, one time up in the front, as well as Langley. Top 12 of the Dirty Dozen spot. Then it's going to be Trent Smith in 13th. Alex Stoltz, 14th. Chase Lewis, 15th. Mason Johnson, Robert Arch of the Sundrop car. Tough break for the 22. Looked strong in the early going. They got caught up in accidents. Jordan Blair will finish the race in the 18th spot. And to round out the field, it'll be the drivers of, I believe, Jordan Blair, Hunter Harriet, and Jeff Sparks. Again, the 20 drivers that took the green flag. Everyone else unable to start. And we'll go to victory lane. And we'll grab the winner real quickly first and get the thoughts of Ross Boo Boo Dalton. Ross, congratulations. You wanted to create this promotion of the Red, White, and Blue 50. Did you think you could win it? Congrats. What a crazy caution-filled show. But at the end of the day, you're the winner.
Yeah, man, I'm tickled to death to be sitting here in victory lane. I've done this a few other times in real life on this special weekend here at South Boston in the limited car. So, you know, to have the opportunity to put this thing together, have such a great outcome. We had one of the best at South Boston in the current world right now in this race, which is Carter Langley, and so many other people that either have a hand in on working on race cars or drivers themselves. And whenever the entry form was filled and people started joining in, you know, anytime you got Ethan Johnson and Alex Stoltz and obviously Cody Jordan and all them, Blake Thornburg, I'm sorry, let me fix that, Robert Arch, Hunter Harriet, I mean, the list goes on and on. It was full of really, really, really good cars, and just an awesome opportunity to race it. You know, whenever I decided to do this morning, you know, obviously I wanted to have a shot at winning it, but I didn't have a shot. I didn't think that I had a shot there after the 100-lap break when I was running second. Me and Ashby had a battle going on. It was a really good race, and then I ended up catching a short end of the stick there on the restart. And just part of racing here, man, you run out of room so fast. It's this way in real life too. To anybody that's watching that don't know, it can create some pretty big wreck fest field races, and just super glad that everybody joined it. And we'll be back hopefully next Sunday with another money race, man. We got quite a few people that enjoyed this, and the longer races with more cars, the bigger the racetrack, the better you are, but the smaller the racetrack, the worse it is. And it just took us a little while to weed out some of the bad apples and you know, get down to the ones that wanted to participate in a race and not a pace race. So just gotta give huge thanks to everybody that come out, Rooster and you, for doing the broadcast so people at home can watch. I know that you gotta be dog tired. When we talked earlier, I know you was a long way from home, so kind of
yeah, it's been a long weekend.
Kind of a last-minute deal to get it on the air and make sure everybody could watch, and you know, such an awesome thing to come together here last minute to honor one of the best weekends in short track racing coming up next weekend.
And by the way, the Harley-Davidson 200 round one of the 10th annual Virginia Triple Crown, by the way, Flow Racing will have coverage of that from Sobo. And I think it worked out perfectly for you to have your own virtual version of this race. Obviously, I don't know if we could go 200 laps and not tear every car on the racetrack up, Ross. It was a demolition derby in a squirrel circle, it seemed like.
I know, and that's the bad thing about doing these long races like this, man. People just don't realize that patience goes so far. Like, if you just sit there and ride and get to the point to where people can race later on, I mean, you from lap 1 to lap 75, track position don't even matter. From lap 75 to 100 is when you need to start hunting some track position, and then from 100 to lap 50 you need to race. And it's hard to get that through some of these hard skulls that is on iRacing. Even in real life, that's hard to do sometimes.
That's
so,
true. That's
you know,
true, man.
And I've been one of them hard skulls, so it's it's definitely different, man. It's a little easier on this because you can just hit escape and get a reset. So I guess that's kind of a disadvantage whenever you want to put on a real race and have a good outcome, because the guy that puts the race on or the league on or the broadcast on or whatever, they're really not in control. You got to have the guys there to make a race, and unfortunately sometimes you're at a hold with who you got. And
Yeah.
I just got to give a huge shout out to everybody that did come, and thinking, if we can get the sponsorships and the opportunities to, maybe not do a league, but just do a couple money races on Sunday here and there or something. So awesome turnout, awesome race all in all. I know that it was very caution filled, but we'll look forward to doing it next time. I got to give a huge shout out to everybody that helps me out on this thing. Hudson Auto Works, Roof Signs, J. Dalton Auto Tech, Mom and Dad for tuning in, watching. Man, they love this stuff just as much as anybody. And Pay to Win, Southeast Short Track Series. We're running a late model league on Wednesday nights. If you're interested, if you're following along, and if you're interested, join us. Be a good season next season. We got 10 races coming to you, and it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I saw the schedule earlier. It looks pretty impressive, man. I got one more question for you. I'll let you go. You already got all the, preliminaries, formalities out of the way. Think of the sponsors and Mom and Dad and everything else. But with about 20 laps to go, got caught up in an accident. You had to fall all the way back to 13th. What was the strategy to make that virtual run back to being the winner and get this win tonight here in the red, white, and blue 150? You get to hold on to your money.
Yeah, that's what I told Speedy Bird. Me and him said we'd put up $25 a piece to have a $50 money race, and coming off turn 4, he was in Discord with me. I said, Speedy, keep your money, but we'll do it again next week. So pretty cool to be able to not have to pay out. Hopefully next time somebody else can get the money. Actually, I really hope they don't, but anyway, that caution,
Right.
later on there kind of put me back, and that was the third time I had to come from the rear. Each time the line was a little shorter, but still with, I don't even remember how many laps to go it was, but I looked down, seen how many laps it was, and I said, I'm going to have luck's going to have to be on my side right here, and it was, man. They had a pretty good pile up there off of 4, and I was able to skimper high and get through it, and then I guess the spin was off the 22's nose, and 22 got the EOL there, and I inherited the lead on that deal. So heck of a restart there on the last restart, man. 22 ran me clean. He was on the outside racing me hard, and I just had to kind of do my job and draw the 01 with me and hope for the best there, hoping that they'd get to racing, and it worked out good. I was able to get away and bring her home.
Well, Ross Boo Boo Dalton, he's got those tires on the number 50 machine out of Liberty, North Carolina. Only fitting that red, white, and blue and the stars and stripes on the flag. And this man gets it done here in the red, white, and blue 150 here tonight at Virtual South Boston Speedway. Congrats again to Ross Dalton. Let's go to Jeremy Ashby. He'll finish in the number 2 spot of this event here when it's all said and done. And we'll get his thoughts here in the race. Jeremy Ashby again finishing in the number 2 spot. And Jeremy, I'm going to try to bring him in here. There we go. Can we get Jeremy in the box? I just put him in the box. Jeremy, it's Wesley. You got a copy, buddy? We keep playing phone tag here. It seems like people moving people around back and forth. Hey, second spot, pretty crazy race. Ross Dalton gave his thoughts of the event. What's your take of it? You rally back, you'll finish in the second spot when it's all said and done tonight.
Can't beat them, wreck 'em.
Oh, man. Is that all you got to say? I mean, obviously, you had to try your best to get back to the front there. It was a pretty caution-filled race. I mean, the beat 'em, wreck 'em comment, I guess, could be summed up for every car that took the green flag, couldn't it?
I mean, it's just guys in the back, full throttle on every restart. My car was picked up at least 4 times. I mean, we just had damage all day for no reason.
Were you glad that they had 3 fast repairs? Usually other races I announce don't have fast repairs, or you're lucky if you get 1. You had 3. Did you take advantage of that, obviously, as a mulligan for the race?
I didn't really need to use any when you can take 3 minutes of damage every caution.
Got you. Well, you sound a little frustrated, even though you're a second spot, man, for sure.
Don't get nothing for second.
Well, it's on to the next one, bud. Before I let you go, just thank your sponsors, man. Appreciate you being on.
Yeah, we got RKM Setup Shop, Will and Dylan Motorsports, DriverTees.com, Justin Brooks Designs, Dalton Trump Photography. That's about it.
All right, Jeremy Ashby, ladies and gentlemen. He'll finish in the number 2 position when it's all said and done here. Again, the driver there, you can definitely sense the frustrations, if you will. Some people bump and run, either getting hit, pushed out of the way. However it goes, that's the way it ended up when the race concluded. So red, white, and blue 150 in the books, and Ross Boo Boo Dalton is the winner here tonight at South Boston Speedway. Sounds like he's got another Sunday night race possibly in the plans. There's a look for those that are watching on Roosters broadcasting of the top 18 results one more time. Again, Ross Dalton picking up the victory. Blake Thronberg, I even myself, looking at time and at scoring and in work mode, kept saying Thornburg as well. I want to send apologies to Blake Thronberg. Blake Thronberg in the 26 on the scoring, but he was in car 22. Blake Thronberg, fast qualifier, contender in the race, got caught up in a spin, had to rally back and finish still on the podium in 3rd. Want to give props to Blake Thronberg when it's all said and done. Hey, want to say thank you to Roosters Broadcasting. Big thanks again to producer Cody Deemers, all the people behind the scenes with promoting the Southeast Late Model iRacing Series. Again, Ross Dalton and Cody Griffin, the promoters. Also the people that were involved behind the scenes in making this race happen that he mentioned. Sounds like they'll do another one next Sunday. We'll have details and information and whatnot. As always, follow, subscribe, and like on the Roosters Broadcasting Facebook or on the YouTube channel. And again, South Boston Speedway, pretty wild one here tonight. Hope you enjoyed it in the red, white, and blue 150. The winner, Ross Boo Boo Dalton. I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you for joining us. Be good to one another. Have a happy and safe 4th of July. Get out to your short tracks. And don't forget, round 1 of the 10th annual Virginia NASCAR Triple Crown for the Advanced Auto Parts Late Models right here. Virtual tonight, real on Saturday for the Harley-Davidson 200. Make sure you make your plans to be there live at South Boston in the Commonwealth of Virginia. If not, check out the coverage on Flow Racing. For everybody at Roosters Broadcasting, happy 4th of July. Thank you for tuning in. Good night, and God bless America.